Hello everyone, my name is Shachi. I'm a second year PhD student at Stony Brook University. In the next 2 minutes, I'm going to briefly tell you about an idea that Professor Feynman and I are proposing to PowerBridge. So let's begin. To explain it, I'm going to use two friends, Alice, a typical homeowner, and Bob, a scientist in a big science lab. So what do these two have in common? Well, usually nothing. However, in our idea, we're going to connect Alice, the homeowner, and Bob, the scientist. And by doing that, we're going to make the world a cleaner and greener place and make both of them happy. So how's this gonna work? Well, Alice, the homeowner, probably has some kind of heating device in her room, an oil or gas burner that heats her home and warms the water. She has to pay lots of money to purchase it and then burn it, polluting the environment. This makes Alice unhappy, but at least she has warm water. Bob the scientist sometimes needs to do scientific computing stuff, and to do that, he uses computers in a data center. When Bob does his science stuff on the computers produce a lot of heat, which then forces Bob to use really big air conditioners to cool the data center. In fact, the number of computers that Bob can use is often limited by the amount of heat they produce. This makes him unhappy, but with a big enough air conditioner, he can get some work done. So, what we have is Alice, who wants heat, and Bob, who has a lot of heat. All we need to do is put them together, right? Exactly. What we're going to do is put a bunch of really powerful computers into Alice's home and hook them up to the heating system. Whenever Bob wants to do some computing, we're going to rent him computing time to remotely use the computers in Alice's home. And we're going to reimburse Alice for the electricity and space that the computers use in an hour. The computers will do Bob's computation and simultaneously heat Alice's home. She gets free heating, Bob gets cheap computing, everybody's happy. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to put computers into all of Alice's friends' homes too. And all of Bob's science friends will find out how cheap and environmental friendly Bob's computing is. Thank you.